Hey everyone, welcome Tellor Dev Call, February, some end of February.
Yes.
Yeah, got a fun one. This is ETH Denver week, so everybody's here today, but we'll be heading out and going there. If you're heading out there, definitely hit up the team. So yeah, we'll just jump right into it and start talking. First thing, I think, Callie, do we have the TPM stuff up for the liquid loans people?
Almost. They reached back out to me this morning. I was talking with them over the weekend.
Okay, cool. Somebody's trying to work over the DVM and
Yeah, they were just using their own deployment.
Disputable value
Not,
monitor.
like, centralized control over
yep.
the addresses that it reads, but I can fix it for them.
Cool. Yeah, no, it's cool they're playing around with it, so they'll probably find some bugs and stuff, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then all right, and then the other news on Friday, we launched on the Filecoin Testnet. So Filecoin has launched the FVM, the Filecoin virtual machine, which is a fork of the EVM. They're up on testnet. They're going to be up on mainnet in what, like 2-3 weeks, sometime around there. When they're up on mainnet, we'll going to launch on mainnet, so probably in like a month. It's super cool. So yeah, it's a very new chain though. So like the explorers and stuff, the contracts aren't verified because they don't do verifications on their explorers yet. But I'm excited about it. It's an EVM chain, but then they're like tightly linked with IPFS, so it'll be some cool stuff.
I didn't send them the addresses, Nick, so you might want to. And also, like you said, the verification thing, it's a big deal. I feel like they need to get on it. So.
They said they're getting on it. Yeah, so we'll send them the announcements, and then Mike.
You want those in the docs now?
Yep.
And we'll announce it like it's a mainnet launch, I think, given the time period.
It's a test now, yeah.
But we can just like
well, definitely, like
we want people to know
that
it's usable now on testnet.
Well, and then see what sort of biz dev stuff we can get out of it. They're doing a big push, and I invited you and Ryan to their Slack. You can invite other people too. They use Slack, which is also, but yeah. So we have to. You can go there. We can try and get. I know they have some people building over there. We can let them know. Teller's here.
That's cool.
So it's super cool. But Spuddy, if you wanna,
Gotta add them.
just do like a few reports so that way we can do it. But there's obviously no graph. There's nothing. So don't know what else we want to support them on until they get that stuff. I'm guessing it should all be within the next month though. So we'll have to kind of monitor and follow up. All right. So kicking it off, Owen, this thing's going.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'll be mostly working on the parody stuff today, so that's pretty much it. We're integration with them. We had a nice call with Frank, one of their application devs last week, and got some good ideas about changes to make. So yeah,
cool. Dan, how's things going?
Fine. I had my first Encode Club Solidity Foundations meeting on Friday, and I applied to the normal Solidity bootcamp for it. And for that betting contract, I still have 0 tests passing. So Allie's gonna help me out after this.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
All right, Akram.
I'm working on Tellor stuff, the gas limit, gas price, trying to fetch it using the Web3 instead of using APIs. Seems like, especially with the APIs for the gas price, the more chains we add, the bigger the problem is going to become. So Web3 has that API already, so why not use that? But it's just a lot of files to touch. So I'm kind of trying to do my due diligence with it. That's all.
And then we were also going to give you if you saw there's some new data specs over in the data specs repo, the new mimicry stuff.
I did not see that.
Yep.
I'll check it out.
Going to be you.
Okay.
So you get to add a new data type, help those guys out. ideally we can, I think they're looking at like an April launch on it. But theoretically they said it's like reading an API, so it should be really fast. But you can let us know whenever you get there how actually fast it is. So cool. Ryan?
Yeah, outside of just buttoning up, we're gonna have a meeting about just game planning for Denver, talking points. But I'm also going to put together Spuddy's dispute video that he sent the rough cut of. So I want to get that out ASAP.
Nice. Cool. Spuddy?
Yes, that's what I was doing on Friday, was a video on how to dispute using block explorers. So look out for that when it's up. Gonna be adding Filecoin stuff, getting ready to go to Denver.
Valley?
Yeah, I finished the ETH Denver video. And for the DVM, there's a few things. There's it's not sending alerts, that's bad. And then requested changes from Liquid Loan. And then also for the auto disputer, I'm working on the configuration.
Cool.
From YAML, yeah.
All right. Mike, anything?
We need to pick a time for that call, Ryan. And then Brenda, we have that PR company thing that's at 11 o'clock.
Right.
I just noticed that in the calendar.
Yeah, and I forgot to schedule one for the final walkthrough on everything that we need to get done for our checklist for ETH Denver. So let's just do it maybe at 1 today.
That works.
Okay.
All right. Any questions, Ryan?
Yep, just a couple questions. One being from Lesko. What are the main goals for the next 2 to 3 months?
That's it. Yeah. Integrations, I think. So, we got Owen should be done with Parity. We just finished up with Cadena. We'll be on Filecoin. So, I mean, we're adding a lot of chains, which is something we're definitely working on, and then also getting some users out the door. So, Reflexer's pushing the new version. I think they said this week.
Badger DAO.
Badger DAO, get the Bites Mason guys out. Hopefully, is Diva launching? Maybe Diva's launching. That'd be cool. Yeah, a lot of people launching, and hopefully with ETH Denver, we're gonna get some more people in the pipeline and pushing them out the door. So
The number of users should be like doubling any day now.
yeah, it's like just
Any day now.
Any
So
day.
is that totally.
right. So it's good.
And then Cloudy asked, might be a silly question, but what exactly is done at ETH Denver? Is it a hackathon? In other words, what does Tellor do at these events? Just curious because I've never been to one, so not sure what other projects do aside from presentations.
You should go.
That's how you find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hackathon. This year's different than previous years, so I'll find out. I think it's just bigger and better, to be honest. There's Bill Week that started on this weekend. It's going all the way until Wednesday, and then the main event starts from Wednesday to Sunday. There's basically hacking going on throughout the day. There's workshops. There's networking in the evening, and that's every day. And then when the main event starts, it's the whole convention's moving to a large arena in Denver, and there'll still be hacking going on because hacker submissions aren't due until that Sunday, but it becomes much more of a convention as well, where you have a lot of non-hackers that are coming by, and we have a booth. There's dozens of sponsoring companies, and Tellor is one of them. We'll all have booths where people can come by and get swag and talk to us and meet us, and there's talks that go on throughout the day, and of course a ton of side events and networking events in the evening and parties and things like that. So it's a blast. There's scavenger hunts. I mean, ETH Denver does a lot of cool stuff where there's like games throughout the day for people to participate in, and so yeah, I really encourage you to check it out. It's like the the best event in crypto, I think.
It's like a big, it's just like a big show, like big trade show. So we want to be there with all the other teams that are there to meet people that work for other crypto teams, show people that Tellor is a thing, Tellor's getting out there.
Yeah, I mean, the main reason that we do it, so going to these events and hackathons, hackathons and the events are sort of separate. Like we're actually doing way better than we were like 2 years ago. We would go and nobody knew who Tellor was.
Yeah.
Like we were like it was all about just getting name recognition because we had zero name recognition. So like that's first. So like whenever you want to, obviously whenever there's builders in the space, like who are our customers? It's people building Ethereum contracts. So you need them to know, hey, I needed an Oracle. Trying to teach them what an Oracle is hard enough. But then once they say that, you need them to say like, oh, I can use Tellor as an option. And like we found like just getting to that point is crazy hard. But we're doing way better.
We're finally there.
Yeah, like usually it's like there's Chainlink and then there's Tellor, and like so.
Yep.
Like most people go through those steps. And
we were going to call with a user on
Yeah.
Friday that they basically said that was their experience when they were exploring Oracle options. That they just basically it was Chainlink, and Tellor was really the only viable option that they found, and it was good to hear.
It was awesome. But yeah, so like getting that name recognition is super, super important. Being at these things, talking to actual developers and the other teams.
Yeah, like Spuddy was saying, like
Yeah.
being establishing ourselves amongst our peers.
Yeah.
As a credible company. We see them sponsor, they see us sponsor, and after 2 or 3 years, you become accepted as part of this group of legitimate companies out there, projects out there, and that goes a long way.
We do it all the time remotely. Like we're always talking to people from other crypto projects, like other prominent projects in the space. But at these conferences, we can do it in person. You could actually like have a beer with somebody from, Maker or whatever. It's a great opportunity.
And people move around in the space. Projects that we were like sitting next to at East Denver 2 years ago, those projects might have gone away, or people moved on, but they remember us from chatting at East Denver. And it just that extrapolates into other opportunities.
Yeah, and then the hackathon piece, it's more just about getting people to try and build on Tellor and give us some feedback on the docs.
Yes.
And the whole process, and it just every time we do it, it makes it better, which is always super helpful. Because most people at hackathons, every once in a while it might become something that hits mainnet, but most of the time it's just it's just getting people familiar with the dev tooling and honing it on our own end. So
yeah, we've never had a hackathon that we know of, a real like hackathon project become something, but it's every hackathon we've done. In aggregate, we've become much better because of those hackathons.
And we just did a full revamp of all of our documentation, so it'll be a good test for us.
The proving ground.
So yeah. Any others, Ryan?
That's it.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We will talk to you guys all later.
See ya.